It's important for us to also look at the green plan, not only as a climate action plan. COVID has also taught us about the importance of food security, for example. We have experienced, disruption in egg supply. We are now experiencing an export ban of chicken. And so we talked about 30 by 30, right? Growing locally. Why? Because we need to have the capacity and the capability to do that, just to be secure. Just like water. When we first became an independent country, water was really, it's like a knife above our head, right? You know that, if there's any threat or any disagreement, the tap may be switched off. So water security has always been of strategic importance to us. And so what did we do? We invested in new water, we invested in desalination. And guess what? New water, desalination, they are energy intensive. That's why we need to have some room to increase carbon. Because we are growing food industry. And food industry in Singapore, when we need to be highly urbanized, highly productive, we need to control our climate, we need to control our lights. Energy is required, right? Plus the fact that we want growth. We want growth in manufacturing. We want new semiconductor plant in Singapore. And when you have growth, you need more carbon budgets, right? So that's why we need to have that conversation with all of you about where we should head. If I really want to have a very drastic reduction, one, elephant in the room, as we call it, it's really petrochemicals. We're one of the largest petrochemical hub. We are then number 8 in terms of production. So we are producing way above our domestic requirements. We're producing for the world. We can actually make a decision. Sacrifice economic opportunities, close down Jurong Island, just ignore that segment. And then I will tell you that, your 40% industry or 45% industry will drop drastically. Is that something we want? 27,000 jobs and good paying jobs. Is that something that we are prepared to do? And it has knock-on effects because besides petrochemical, doing the actual processing, refinery and so on, actually there's a trading system, trading of oil, trading of commodities that has built on petrochemicals. There's also shipping that is around the petrochemical logistics. There's also the R&D, because the petrochemical people, the folks, the oil major, like it or not, they are the ones who are now probably the experts in decarbonizing their sector. And so if you think that the world still needs plastics, handphones, laptops, even your cars, electric cars will have plastic parts, right? Medical equipment will need plastics. If the world still needs plastics, where should we get that decarbonized? Who should be decarbonizing? And it must be the industry, right? So this is whole discussion now in the world. Should we continue to invest in the oil majors, in the chemical companies? Then there's a group that says we should just completely withdraw our capital from that sector. But I'm telling you that as a Minister for Environment, I'm actually worried with that decision. If you withdraw from that sector, all the chemical engineering experts that are now studying decarbonization, where would they go? In Exxon, in Chevron, in Shell. They are the ones that are investing huge money to decarbonize chemical industry, to decarbonize fossil. So I know that we want to see immediate results. I can understand that. I look at the climate events, I get worried too. But I'm also very aware of the need to manage this transition in a pace acceptable to all, including our economic competitiveness.